All right, guys, time to rank another band's albums, and this time we're ranking a band who we've all been fans of for years. If you've never heard this band, then clearly you weren't paying attention to rock and metal in the 2000s.
It's 3 Days Grace, isn't it?
Yeah, and I invited Adam Gontier to the call.
Hey, Obama, thanks for inviting me. Wait a second. Corey, what the hell are you doing here?
I don't know why, but apparently every single rock star knows these guys. So I guess we're going to rank your albums, man. So first is self-titled. Usually the first album is the best for most bands, but 3 Days Grace did something rare where the future albums surpassed the original record. But that in no way means this album isn't badass as fuck, because it is.
I would prefer if I Hate Everything About You wasn't a meme and was appreciated for the song it is. Fuck you, TikTok.
To be fair, you guys were basically the soundtrack to fan-made music videos for years.
Yeah, but the people making those music videos actually put passion in because they loved 3 Days Grace and the character they were editing. But I Hate Everything About You isn't the only amazing song on this record. Home was a badass vent for anyone struggling at home. Just Like You is the fucking anthem for rebellion, and that's just the well-known songs. My favorite on this record is Easily Scared. S tier all the fucking way.
No argument here. Next is 1X. Should I just put it into S tier right now? Obviously, this is 3 Days Grace's best album. I mean, it has pretty much all the most iconic songs. Animal I've Become, Riot, Never Too Late, Time of Dying, Gone Forever, Let It Die, and It's All Over. When I bought this album, I listened to it cover to cover. Never does that happen to me with a sophomore album any other time besides Slipknot's Iowa or Linkin Park's Meteora. 1X is the biggest S tier of 3 Days Grace's career.
Well, that was predictable.
Fuck
off, you
child-sniffing pervert.
Let's move on to Life Starts Now before I throw a mic stand into Joe's scrotum of a face.
I thought Canadians were always nice.
We are. Because we don't have to deal with your shit, you fucking scrotum face, child sniffing, drug smuggling, corrupted used condom looking dick bag.
Jesus, Adam, calm down.
Sorry.
To be fair, that was completely justified. Never fucking disrespect 1X again, Joe. Anyway, Life Starts Now is the third S tier in a row. 3 Days Grace did what most bands couldn't and stayed consistent with their earlier 2 records instead of moving away from what makes them a great band.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Corey, relax. We meant that some bands just don't work when they change out of nowhere. We never said Slipknot was one of those bands. Anyway, I agree with Donnie. S tier for Life Starts Now. Just like 1X, I know this album cover to cover. Every song is awesome. Break, World So Cold, Lost in You, Bitter Taste, Bully, Without You, and easily my favorite on the record, Someone Who Cares. S tier all the fucking way. Now on to Adam's last record with 3 Days Grace before the Matt Walst era, Transit of Venus.
Which means it's the last good record.
Obama, can we please just kick Joe from the call?
Yep.
Much better. Now, Transit of Venus is a good record with some amazing songs like Chalk Outline, Misery Loves My Company, and The High Road. But I would say a tier as it's not as recognizable as the first 3 records.
I guess I can see that. I'm fine with a tier. So now onto the Matt era of 3 Days Grace, starting with Human. Though a change in sound is expected with a new singer, I really found myself enjoying this album. Some songs I remember thinking, shit, why didn't I think of that?
Really? You enjoyed it that much?
Oh, hey, Matt.
How do people keep joining our fucking server?
Oh God, Corey, is your voice okay?
We really need to make our server private. I genuinely think he can't take any more of this. So moving on from that, Human is a great record, but it's still not quite what I think of when I think of 3 Days Grace. This feels more like Matt's last band, My Darkest Days, but with 3 Days Grace members and the name. There's nothing wrong with that, though. My Darkest Days was still a sick band. But I think a tier is good.
I guess I can see that. When a band gets a new singer, there's always going to be some backlash. So what did you guys think of Outsider?
To be honest, when I first found out that Adam left 3 Days Grace, I had the same reaction as I did when Lacey Sturm left Flyleaf because I thought no one could replace Adam. There are some tweets I'm not proud of.
Of course you tweeted about it.
Get fucked. Anyway, when I heard Matt sing in 3 Days Grace for the first time, I immediately changed my mind, bought Human, and got excited for when Outsider was coming out. And holy shit, Matt got so much better. And he was already great on Human. The Mountain, I Am an Outsider, and Strange Days are now all alternative metal anthems. So I'm casting my vote to put Outsider in A tier cause. While amazing, it's still nowhere near the legendary first three albums.
Okay, you're actually right. God, I threw up in my mouth a little saying that. Okay, next is Explosions. Now, honestly, this is the first 3 Days Grace record that I'm not that crazy on. So-called Life is still great, and Lifetime is still a beautiful ballad, but those are the only songs I really like here, so I'm saying C tier. Sorry, Matt.
Don't sweat it, Corey. It's your opinion.
Thanks, man. Shit, this video actually went pretty well for us.
Yeah, usually something insane or life-threatening happens by now, but this video was actually pretty tame. Ah, there it is.